Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We want to talk about types of jinns today. You guys must have been waiting for this particular topic to be covered for some time because the questions have come from all directions. Abu Tha'lab Khashni reports from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that jinns are categorized to be of three different types. One category of jinns is the flying jinns, and they can reach from one place to another, and they can reach in different parts of the universe. They are the ones that have been talked about in the Quran as the jinns are having conversations that we had made some places, some dwelling points in the universe where we would go and get closer to the first heaven and would eavesdrop on the conversation of the angels, and we would take those messages and we will descend down to the planet Earth and we will reveal those messages to the friends of ours from the humans, and those people will add 100 lies to a truth and will tell it to the humans. And this is how they maintained and established their superiority among the humans, and they would boost their ego with that. So these are one kind of jinns that would fly and would go to different points. Another kind of jinns are considered to be the shape-shifting jinns. They shift from one shape to another. And among these shape-shifting jinns, there are two categories. One are those shape-shifting jinns that can only shape-shift to limited forms, such as those who could shape-shift to a dog form, more specifically a black color dog, or to a snake form, and maybe some other reptiles. I'll tell a little bit more about shape-shifting of beings. The second category of shape-shifting jinns are those that can shape-shift to any forms. And Hafiz Suhaili, rahimahullah, says that such jinns that can shape-shift to any form are called su'alis, su'ali jinns. And this hadith is reported by Imam Suyuti in Luqtul Marjan fi Ahkamul Jan. Also, Hakim Tirmizi reports it. Now remember, Hakim Tirmizi is a different person from Imam Tirmizi. Imam Tirmizi is the one who compiled a book of hadith called Sunan al-Tirmizi. And Hakim Tirmizi is a muhaddith who compiled a book called Nawadir al-Usul. That is also a book of hadith. Similarly, this hadith is reported by Ibn Abi Hatim, Imam Tabrani, like Abu Shaykh, similarly, Imam Hakim, Imam Bayhaqi, several people have reported this hadith. Abdullah ibn Abbas narrates this, that the weakest of jinns are the ones who appear as dogs, as reported by Imam Suyuti in Luqtul Marjan fi Ahkamul Jan. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, jinns shape-shift in several forms, and this is where we learn more about their shape-shifting powers. Now there comes a question that how do they do that? That is for another video, but let me tell you some of the examples. Imam Suyuti rahimahullah brings in Luqtul Marjan fi Ahkamul Jan that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that jinns shape-shift in several forms, including, but doesn't limit it, but including dogs, donkeys, camels, humans, snakes, scorpions, bulls, horses, goats, mules, and birds. So they can shapeshift in different forms. So for the humans, we have already learned that Iblis shape-shifted to human forms, and we reported a couple of stories to you from the life of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as they come in the books of Seerah, and one of the stories is also mentioned in the Quran. And there are several other accounts where jinns have appeared in human form and humans have seen them besides the prophets. And if interested, inshallah, we can compile those stories for you. This narration is also reported by Imam Suyuti in Luqtul Marjan fi Ahkamul Jan. Abu Sa'id Khudri rahmatullah alayh radiallahu anhu, reports that jinns can also appear as bugs, can appear as insects. And this is reported by Imam Tirmizi. This is different from Hakim Tirmizi I spoke about before, and also is reported by Imam An-Nasai. Ibn Murduya reports it. Similarly, in Makaidu Shaitan, Ibn Abi Dunya reports it. In Nawadir al-Usul, Hakim at-Tirmizi reports it. That Abi Darda radiallahu ta'ala anhu reports that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam said, jinns are of three types. And the two distinct types are ones that are snake, scorpions, bugs, insects. That's one form of them. Another one is like a wind that they can fly from places to places. So anyway, these are categorized as the different types of jinns. Now, some of you have asked me about people witnessing dragonflies or people coming up with human-like sculptures, and some of the other stories. And similarly, a question that I raised earlier on, that, okay, how can these jinns do this shape-shifting? And why can't all jinns shape-shift? Now, this is just an evidence that not all jinns can shape-shift. There is a category of jinns that can do that. And those who can do that cannot just shape-shift to any form. Only the su'alis can shape-shift to any form. The non-su'ali shape-shifting jinns can only shape-shift to certain forms, maybe like dogs, scorpions, or snakes, and things of that nature. That is why Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told his companions that if you find a snake in your house of a particular color, then tell the snake to leave your house. If the snake leaves your house, that means it's from the jinns. If it doesn't, then you can kill it, but after 3 days. And also, when jinns shape-shift, they put themselves at risk. Because what does the word jinn means? Jinn means something that is hidden. And that's what is reported by Imam Suyuti and other people who have written books on jinns, that when the Abul Jinn was created, just like Abul Bashar is Adam alayhi salam, the father of all the humans, similarly Abul Jinn is the father of all the jinns. Some books call his name As-Samum, as he is the one who is created from the most purest of the fire. And that's where the jinns are created from. And that's from where the jinns are created from. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked As-Samum, As-Samum, what is it that you want? And As-Samum said, make us of the form that becomes unseen by other beings. So of course, referring to the other beings on earth. So, can humans see jinn? And some ulama have reported in their, or written in their books, that yes, it is possible for humans to see jinns. And of course, prophets can see jinns. And what about the non-prophets? Some say that when you elevate spiritually to a level where your spirituality reaches the nafs ul kamila, and then probably that's a stage where your spirituality can allow you to see them with your naked eyes. Anyway, that's all for today. We'll talk more about some of this next time. Till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I look forward to you putting some things in the comments so that we know you are learning from this, you're appreciating it. If you have any other questions, so please put them in the comment section. Till next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.